first of all, you're not attending the Democrat convention this year. Do you want to explain to Missourians here in Northeast Missouri why?
It's because that I'm in a tough fight, and it's after Labor Day, and I figure if I'm going to choose after Labor Day, if I'm home working, talking to Missourians, or going to a party in North Carolina, which is a lot of cocktail parties, probably makes more sense for me to be home. Doesn't mean I don't support President Obama. In fact, President Obama supports this decision. I think it's way more important that I work and campaign in Missouri during that period of time. I think the party convention is kind of a luxury, and I don't think it's a luxury I can afford this time around.
You have 3 opponents against you this go around. How tough is this campaign for you here in Missouri?
Well, I think once they pick one of the 3, frankly, there's not a lot of difference between the 3. They're all against the Farm Bill. They're all against the Highway Bill. They all want to privatize Medicare. They all want to privatize Social Security. So once there's one candidate, we can start getting that information out there. And people are comparing the 2. A moderate independent versus somebody who's pretty extreme. I feel pretty good about where we are.
You've been known to take on your own party, and I think a lot of Missourians don't realize that. I mean, even with the health care bill, would you continue that here in the future if you're reelected?
Well, I'm independent. I went to Washington and fought my party on earmarks, and by the way, I won that battle. I was the only member of the Missouri delegation to fight earmarks, Republican or Democrat. I went against my party and fought for spending caps with my Republican colleagues. Just in the last few months, both candidates, major candidates for vice president on the Republican side came to me and wanted to work with me on bills. I think this is about working with each other and finding that middle ground. It's not about saying we are right and they are wrong. It's about what can we agree on. That's what I want to make sure Missourians know about my record. Yes, I'm a Democrat. Yes, I support President Obama, but I'm not afraid to say no to my party or my president if I think it's the right thing for Missouri.
And lastly, what are your thoughts on the health care bill being constitutional with the Supreme Court recently?
Well, one of the most conservative members of the court has determined that the bill is constitutional and well within the law in our country. And now the misinformation is growing like weeds in August. The fact that people are being told that this is a tax increase on everyone, of course not. It's just a way to encourage people to buy affordable insurance on a private market so that we're not paying their bills for them when they show up at the emergency room. This is about personal responsibility. No one, in fact, it's a huge tax cut for small businesses, for many Missourians. It's a big tax cut. What it is a penalty that the court called a tax on just those people who refuse to take responsibility and want us to pay their bills when they decide that they're just going to go to the emergency room and get that free health care.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Senator.
Thank you.
And